So tonight on Dancing with the Stars, I should do a Dance with the Stars review on my YouTube channel. But tonight on Dancing with the Stars, and I'm sitting up here looking at this so far, and I caught it like right in the middle of it. Um, and I have one. Why in the world? It's been over the years. Why do most of the black people that go on this Dance with the Stars dance like they ain't got no rhythm? Our culture is naturally we naturally got natural rhythm. And then I be like, but if you see them, they be like, twerk, da da da. And then they get on the freaking Dancing with the Stars. It's like they'll be like, I just don't think the deliverance of how it's being delivered is translated in the right way for the Black African American community to actually. I'm using the bathroom at the same time, but I'm not even gonna post this. So I don't think it's being explained to them in a way that they can understand it. It's like when I auditioned for Aladdin, which is going to be featured tonight on Dance with the Stars. When I auditioned for Aladdin in Australia, I made it through, even through the tap section. We had to do a jazz section. Was it a jazz? And you had to do a jazz. We had to do 2 days, but the first day was a ballet. Second day was a jazz. First day was jazz and ballet. The second day was tap and singing. Well, I walked up in and they said tap shoes. I said, I ain't got no tap shoes. Everybody had tap shoes. I didn't know how to tap. I'm going to tell you, this is a God honest true story. I did not know how. Everybody had their little tap, clack, 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 clack shoes. I ain't had it. I had jazz shoes. I remember what Carnival Cruise Line taught me. Carnival Cruise Line taught me how to do a mean soft shoe. So I don't know what a flapper step and a flapper ball change no, I don't know that. I do know dance. I know jazz, ballet. I know contemporary. So I know it was a shuffle step and a shuffle step and a flapper ba 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 da da da. I don't know none of that because I don't know the words. So what did I do? I turned it into Terrence Holland vocabulary. They said shuffle step. I said, well, that looks like it's a. They look like you go on the ball in the heel and the ball in the heel and the tap. And a ball in the heel and a boom. Okay, Potter Beret. It was like dun dun. I said Potter Beret step, ball change, boom. Potter Beret step, ball change, boom. Shuffle step. And I made my own terminology. And when it was my time, baby, you could not tell Terrence O'Neal Holland that he did not have on tap shoes. I was up there like balls to boom, ba 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 da da da. I shuffle step ba 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 da ba da da. Gotta. I translated it into my own way. Although the terminology was their terminology, I used my own terminology to then get the same result. But I got the same result using what I know and not using what they know. Because if I use what they know, I wouldn't have got the steps at all. I would have been lost and I would have got cut. And would not have made it to the singing round. And might I tell you, some of the people had they tap shoes on that knew the steps didn't even make it to the singing round. Boo boo! What I'm trying to tell you is that a lot of times you fail because the deliverance of said message is not broken down enough. Come on now, said Terrence. It's not broken down enough to your level, so therefore you can understand it. So therefore you end up failing anyway instead of using your context clues of what you learned in school, your critical thinking, your own knowledge, and the way for you to translate it to be in your way, baby. If you have to break it down to ABC 1, 2, 3, like a baby, and they say sound out the word. And if the word is let's say the word is a knowledge, you say that is a knowledge. Yeah, but then they say no ledge, no, there's no ledge, or then they say no. Then you break it down to where you're able to get it to your said vernacular, to your said understanding. So therefore you have the knowledge, and then you have the talent, and then you are able to get said message out. Either way, the result is still the same. They had on their tap shoes and they for flip flap and a shuffle step, and they still got cut. I didn't have the tap shoes, and I didn't know the knowledge. I didn't have any of said equipment prepared for said audition. But what I did have, I knew how to turn something that I didn't know into something that I did know, and then make it work in my favor, and get up there and put on the best result. I got, and still make it to the next round. And even though they had the tap shoes, even though they had the knowledge of what the steps were supposed to be, a lot of them still got the chopper. A lot of them still got the cut. Because they couldn't even deliver. You see how this is. A lot of times you fail because you count on them to deliver you what it is that they're going to deliver you. And you count on them to provide you with the said knowledge, information that you need. And then therefore you listen to it, and you are listening to what they're giving you to try to feed you for it to break it down to digest. But it don't digest well. It may give you heartburn. It may get stuck. You may have to put it in, and you may be trying to eat it in, and you throw it back up immediately. Or when you eat it, it give you a headache. Your stomach get upset. It may give you diarrhea. It may send you to the hospital because what they were feeding you is what they eat, but that's not what you eat. So sometimes you have to put into what you need to eat it. So therefore you break it down and make your own little mixture, your own little recipe, and then you eat it. And then once they eat what they eat, and then they're ready to go and it works for them. But then once you break it down to what they were serving, he said that don't work for me and my way and my flavor, because I all have my own unique spices and my own unique things. So I didn't take what they had. I break it down, chop it up, and make it look like it's something great for me. And then I eat it. And then when the judges say, okay, let's go 5, 6, 7, 8, boom, boom, bada. Then they be like, God dang. What he delivered is exactly what we needed and what we wanted. And he didn't even have the tap shoes. He didn't even know the steps. And what we served them, it looked all right, and they prevailed in what we served them because that's what we gave them. But how did he overcome and give it something different? Remember these things, darling and children. A lot of you are not succeeding because you are feeding what they are giving you. And what they are giving you does not agree with your body. So therefore you do not succeed at all. You fail every single time. Amen. Said the air freshener. Amen, said the air freshener. So what you do, you take it and you break it down and put it into something that works for your body. You might have to break it, you have to build it up and add some layers onto it. And then, darling, when it's your turn, you be like, well, what in the world are they eating and what are they? Then they be like, ooh, I want to get in on that. I didn't know that was even on the menu. I didn't even know that even exists, because, darling, it is not on the menu. It is called exclusive, like the exclusive Hermes Birkin bag, darling. It's something that you can't get everywhere. It's not in stores. You can't buy it, darling, because it comes from the source, from the well, dug all the way down deep, that you do not have access to. And in order to get access, you have to go through the process to get it right. So therefore, and on this Dancing with the Stars, a lot of the black people look like they are stiff. And when I see how they break it down to them, they're not breaking. African Americans, we got rhythm. We got soul. That rumba, boom, stretch out your arm like you trying to stretch for freedom. He would have been like, oh, hell yeah, I'm trying to stretch for freedom. Oh, yeah. I bet you that arm would have went, ooh, break it down to a level that they understand. The rumba is about love, sex. It's all about those things. We know how all about that, honey. Turn to some R&B, or to say some baby making. She would have had them hips rolling. Boom, kala, boom, pop, ha. She would have, I don't see nothing wrong. Boom. The toilet says amen. With a little bump and grind, boom. Explain it. And then therefore, darling, you will succeed. Otherwise, you'll be stuck at the bottom while the other ones are climbing to the top. Because they've explained it in a way that they can succeed and get to the next level. Meanwhile, you stay stuck. Unstick yourself. Slide some oil to me and let me lubricate your mind. Now, I hope you got a good lesson out of that talk. Now, break it down as you need to. Find your own unique blends and spices, and if you don't know, you better do like I do, darling, and figure it out and use your critical thinking that they taught you in schools. Your context clues. Read in between the lines, because as RuPaul says, reading is what? Fundamental. So I suggest you pick up a book, pick up some lessons, open up your eyes, and start seeing what you're supposed to see. Toodles, I gotta go.